Hey guys, it's Honey Renasella with NAA, and I'm here at the MAPS conference in sunny Arizona, and Dr. Jill Skortowicz just gave the best presentation on anesthesia in kids with special needs. And I asked her if she could just give our families like 3 key points that they really should know before ever putting their child under anesthesia. So go ahead, Jill.
So my first point is, let's try to avoid anesthesia if we can. Placing your child under general anesthesia at an early age, literature has shown that there is an increase in learning disabilities. So if your child already has a neurocognitive issue, we really don't want to aggravate that. So let's try to avoid anesthesia. Here's an example. Your child has recurrent tonsillitis. Have you tried all of the dietary changes? Have you tried other botanicals to take care of the infection? Have you found an integrative provider who can maybe get to the root cause of why those tonsils are inflamed? If it's not an emergent surgery and it doesn't have to be done right now, there may be some other alternatives.
I love that. Oh my gosh, woman after my heart. Okay, number 2.
Number 2 is realize that when you bring your child in for surgery and you speak with your anesthesiologist, you may be a little more well-informed on their genetic predispositions than they are. And that's not condemning modern medicine today. It's just that medical education has not yet caught up to the level of genetics that many of you have on your own children. So they just don't know as much as you do in certain situations. So you can bring some information in, you can go on Medline, you can get some information and gently provide it to them. No need to get in any kind of a confrontation or argument with them. They just don't know what they don't know. So.
Awesome, I love that. That's great. Help partner with your provider.
Yeah,
okay, and
absolutely.
then number 3.
If your child does require surgery outside of the hospital, like in a dental office, you want to make sure that the dentist isn't the one doing the anesthesia. Sometimes children with special needs do require a little more close monitoring than that dentist may be able to provide. So request a nurse anesthetist, an anesthesiologist, or bring them to a hospital. Request that it be done in a hospital so that your child can get the care that they really deserve.
Okay, and you did bring up a really good point. When we were in the lecture, she actually mentioned nitrous oxide and how that's what most dentists utilize. And I know that a child recently passed away from that. And so do you want to touch base about nitrous oxide for our children?
Well, I want to touch base that if a child does have a known MTHFR defect, and if you don't know if they don't have the defect, you don't want to use nitrous oxide. Nitrous oxide can block something called methionine synthase and can upset methylation for up to 8 weeks after surgery. So we just want to try to avoid its use if we can. So if you don't know, don't use it. And again, always request it's in the hospital if possible, because we have other options in a hospital.
I love that. I had no idea that you could have a result from anesthesia up to 8 weeks after.
Yes.
So I think that a lot of times what she mentioned in her lecture was that children will leave and everybody thinks that they're fine and they send them home, but then the child has an issue and we as the parents have to try and figure out what it is when it actually could have been the anesthesia. So I am so thankful for you for sharing those tips, and we hope to see you soon at one of our conferences.
Wonderful.
Bye guys.
Bye.